Most people believe that the key to career advancement lies in hard skills, things like technical knowledge, expertise, and experience. But here's the truth. Up to 85% of job success comes from soft skills, including social abilities, communication, and emotional intelligence. Surprisingly, a recent study by LinkedIn found that only 20% of professionals focus on improving these social skills, even though they make the biggest impact in your career growth. Think about it. Have you ever felt like you were passed over for a promotion or left out of a conversation despite your qualifications? It's not always about what you know, it's often about how well you connect with others. The most successful people in the world aren't always the smartest, they're the best at reading people, understanding emotions, and communicating effectively. In this video, we'll reveal the most underrated social skill that could change everything for your career. We'll dive into the simple strategies you can use to improve your influence, build better relationships, and stand out in any workplace. Ready to unlock your true potential? Keep watching, and let's get started. Chapter 1: Silent Power, the art of listening. Most of us think of talking as the primary tool for career success, but in reality, listening is where the magic happens. Active listening is an underrated skill that can accelerate your career. In a 2019 study by the Harvard Business Review, 72% of executives said that listening is the most important skill for effective leadership. Listening attentively is a sign of respect, and people remember it. When you listen more than you talk, you create trust and build rapport naturally. Here's the secret: listening is not just about hearing words. It's about truly understanding what's being said and responding thoughtfully. Active listening includes making eye contact, nodding, and occasionally summarizing what the other person has said. This shows you're engaged and can help you retain more information. People feel heard, and they're more likely to support you. Take a tip from Jeff Bezos, who says, "Listening is one of the highest forms of leadership." When you listen, you can ask better questions, understand others' needs, and lead more effectively. In meetings, if you focus on understanding different perspectives rather than just waiting for your turn to speak, you'll stand out. Additionally, listening gives you the chance to learn from your colleagues. When they share ideas or frustrations, you're gaining valuable insights. By listening, you gain a competitive advantage. You'll find better ways to approach challenges and contribute meaningful solutions. Studies have shown that when people feel heard, they are 4.6 times more likely to feel satisfied with their workplace. Imagine if you could bring that level of satisfaction to your relationships at work. This isn't just about being polite, it's a game changer for your career. Chapter 2: The Power of Pause, Why Timing Your Words Matters. We often think the key to communication is speaking up quickly and confidently, but sometimes silence speaks louder. The strategic use of pauses in conversation is a powerful tool that many overlook. By pausing, you give others space to process your words and reflect. It also gives you a moment to think carefully about what to say next, which improves clarity. In fact, in interviews, studies show that candidates who use strategic pauses appear more confident and thoughtful. Research from the University of York found that taking a brief pause in the middle of a conversation makes you seem more authoritative. Pauses not only give your words more weight but also show that you're in control of the situation. Pauses are particularly useful in negotiations. Instead of rushing to fill the silence, embrace it. In the 1980s, negotiation expert William Ury demonstrated that the use of silence can be one of the most effective tools in getting the other party to concede. It can make them uncomfortable enough to reveal more, or to offer terms that are more favorable to you. Think about this: how often do you feel pressured to speak quickly during a tense conversation? Slowing down with a brief pause can make you appear more composed, and others will take you more seriously. It's a simple but effective strategy to become more influential. Many successful leaders use pauses to great effect. Barack Obama, known for his measured and deliberate speaking style, often uses pauses to punctuate key points. This makes his words more impactful and persuasive. By practicing strategic pauses in your daily conversations, you'll develop a more commanding presence, whether you're in a meeting or giving a presentation. Chapter 3: The Art of Empathy, Connecting Beyond Words. Empathy isn't just about being kind, it's a powerful tool for advancing your career. It allows you to see things from other people's perspectives, which makes it easier to build strong relationships and solve problems. People are drawn to those who understand them, and in the workplace, that makes you stand out. When you demonstrate empathy, you're telling people, "I get you." This creates an instant bond. In fact, a study by TalentSmart found that 90% of top performers in the workplace have high emotional intelligence, which is rooted in empathy. If you want to move up in your career, cultivating empathy is essential. Empathy is not just about being nice, it's a strategic tool that builds trust and loyalty. For example, when a team member feels understood by you, they are more likely to go the extra mile and perform better. A leader who shows empathy can turn a disengaged team into a motivated one. It's also important to note that empathy improves communication. When you understand someone's feelings, you can tailor your message to meet their emotional state. For instance, if you sense that a colleague is stressed, offering support in a calm and understanding manner can go a long way. This creates an environment where open communication thrives. Empathy also plays a major role in conflict resolution. When disagreements arise, responding with empathy can prevent the situation from escalating. In fact, according to a study published in the Journal of Applied Psychology, empathetic managers are more successful at resolving conflicts and creating a harmonious team dynamic. Being empathetic doesn't mean agreeing with everyone, it means acknowledging their feelings and showing respect for their perspective. This approach builds stronger, more cooperative relationships. In a workplace full of diverse opinions, empathy helps you navigate challenges and bring people together. To put this into practice, start by asking open-ended questions and really listening to the answers. Try to understand not just what people are saying, but why they're saying it. This will make them feel valued, and it will also give you a deeper understanding of the issues at hand. By showing empathy, you're creating an environment of mutual respect. This builds your credibility and makes others more likely to seek you out for advice and collaboration. In fact, a study by the Center for Creative Leadership found that leaders who exhibit empathy have teams with higher levels of performance and engagement. Remember, empathy is a skill that can be developed. It requires you to actively listen, observe body language, and put yourself in the shoes of others. Over time, these small gestures will make a significant difference in how people perceive you, and how quickly your career can progress. If you've found these strategies helpful so far, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for the next chapters. Chapter 4, Body Language Hacks. Speak without saying a word. When it comes to career advancement, body language can be just as important as what you say. In fact, research shows that up to 93% of communication is nonverbal. That means how you carry yourself, your gestures, and even your posture can influence how others perceive you. A study by UCLA found that people form their impression of you within just 7 seconds of meeting you, and most of that impression is based on body language. One simple body language hack is maintaining good posture. Standing or sitting upright projects confidence and authority. People who slouch or appear disengaged may be perceived as disinterested or insecure. For instance, in job interviews, candidates who sit up straight with their shoulders back are viewed as more competent and confident than those who slump. Another powerful body language tool is eye contact. The right amount of eye contact builds trust and shows that you are fully engaged in the conversation. However, too much can come across as intimidating, and too little can seem evasive. Aim for about 50 to 60% eye contact in conversations to strike the perfect balance. Your hand gestures also say a lot about you. When you talk with your hands, you come across as more energetic and passionate. Research from Princeton University shows that using hand gestures while speaking helps you express ideas more clearly and can make you seem more convincing. Facial expressions are equally important. Smiling, for example, can make you appear more approachable, which is a key factor in building strong work relationships. A study published in Psychology Today found that people are more likely to trust and engage with individuals who smile. When in a meeting or group discussion, observe how others react to your body language. If they mirror your posture or gestures, it's a sign that they feel comfortable with you. This mirroring effect can help you connect more easily with others and foster positive interactions. Be mindful of your tone of voice, too. Even if you're saying the right words, a harsh tone or lack of warmth can create a negative perception. A warm, calm tone projects authority without being aggressive. It also encourages others to open up to you, which can be essential for effective communication and leadership. If you want to learn more tips on mastering body language, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for future videos. Chapter 5, The Networking Secret. Building invisible connections. Networking is often associated with attending events or handing out business cards, but real networking happens on a much subtler level. It's about creating invisible connections that strengthen over time and pay off in unexpected ways. According to research from Forbes, 85% of job openings are filled through networking, but it's not just about finding new opportunities, it's about building trust and adding value to others' lives. The first step in creating invisible connections is to give before you receive. When you offer help or support without expecting anything in return, you establish yourself as a person of value. This can be as simple as sharing an interesting article with a colleague or offering a helpful introduction. Over time, these small gestures build your network in ways that are less transactional and more organic. Another powerful strategy is staying in touch with people, even when you don't need anything from them. A quick check-in or a congratulatory message on a new job can go a long way in keeping the relationship warm. In fact, research from the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships shows that long-term relationships are built on consistent, small interactions rather than big gestures. Networking is also about building rapport and finding common ground with people. This can be achieved through active listening and showing genuine interest in others' lives. When you take the time to learn about people, their goals, and their challenges, you position yourself as someone who cares, and that's the foundation for a lasting relationship. Don't underestimate the power of the weak tie. Research by sociologist Mark Granovetter showed that acquaintances, people you don't know intimately, are often the ones who introduce you to new opportunities. These weak ties can be more valuable than close friends because they connect you to different networks and ideas. One key element of successful networking is being authentic. People are more likely to connect with you when they feel you are being genuine. In the professional world, authenticity is a rare and highly valued trait. So, don't be afraid to let your true personality shine through in conversations, and people will naturally be drawn to you. Chapter 6, Mastering the Unspoken Influence, Using Social Dynamics for Career Growth. Mastering social dynamics is one of the most powerful but least discussed strategies for career growth. Understanding how people interact in different environments allows you to position yourself for success. A study from the Journal of Applied Psychology shows that people who are adept at reading social cues and adjusting their behavior are more likely to advance in their careers. The first step in mastering social dynamics is learning to read the room. This means being aware of the mood and energy levels of those around you. For instance, in a meeting, if people seem disengaged or frustrated, adjusting your communication style can help. You might switch to a more positive tone or provide a clear, concise solution to bring the energy back. Another powerful strategy is understanding group dynamics. Every group has an unspoken hierarchy, whether in meetings or casual conversations. Recognizing who holds influence, even when they aren't the loudest voice, can help you navigate tricky situations. By aligning yourself with key influencers, you can gain support for your ideas and initiatives. A great example of this comes from the world of politics. Leaders like Winston Churchill and Franklin D. Roosevelt were masters at reading social dynamics and making subtle adjustments to their behavior to win over different factions. Whether it was using humor to diffuse tension or giving others credit for success, they knew how to influence the room without overt power moves. Social dynamics also play a significant role in conflict resolution. Understanding the motivations behind people's actions allows you to find common ground more easily. In a conflict, those who are able to see things from multiple viewpoints are better equipped to mediate and come to a solution that satisfies everyone. Building your influence involves more than just making the right decisions, it's about cultivating trust and understanding within your professional circles. A key aspect of social influence is consistency. The more consistently you demonstrate your expertise, reliability, and empathy, the more your influence grows. Lastly, understand that mastering social dynamics doesn't mean manipulating people, it's about creating win-win scenarios where everyone benefits. When you leverage your social awareness to foster collaboration, support, and innovation, you create an environment where career growth comes naturally. The best leaders are those who understand the subtle currents of social interaction. By mastering these dynamics, you will not only build stronger relationships but also accelerate your career trajectory. Just remember, success isn't about dominating a conversation or being the loudest in the room, it's about understanding the unspoken and using it to your advantage.